Closter out of the goal square by himself and let everyone up the field. But that's why we're sitting back in the box and not doing any of the other work. So the ball's picked up there by O'Toole, went towards Lachlan, kicked towards the half-forward line. Good spoil from there by Overall. Moreland's there, front and square. Handball doesn't hit its target. Picked up there by Closter. He's tackled and releases the ball. Comes out towards Hickey. He's tackled by Moreland. Good tackle. Ball's going put down. So good tackle, Chris Moreland. Picked up there by Holzfine. Goes quickly out wide. Ball gets through the hands of Lachlan in the favours Pyle. Tries to kick the ball off the ground back to Fursland. He has to go back and collect it. Knocks it further afield. Goes towards that player in Moreland. Lachlan's able to come through for East Geelong and kick the ball back into the half-forward line. And Steve Overall playing in front of McFarlane has taken the mark half-back line. So now with Steve Overall, Bellpost Hill. Has Cafford back in the goal square, but he's good, done the right thing, gone forward. And Fletcher on the far side has taken the mark. We'll look to transfer play back inside, but players now moving. Symes is going to be that target. He takes the mark. Didn't travel that far, but obviously the required distance. So East Geelong, their structure hasn't changed all that much. Fursland coming off there for a spell. The kick goes in forward. The kick wasn't good. Worked out well because Robbie Law's just come through the interchange. He's picked the ball up. Goes in towards the half-forward line. Piles the target.
He's got a free
back
kick.
To the flight of the ball. Good handball. Good quick hands there from Pyle. Finds holes, so they're away. Third bounce, steps inside 50. Chips the ball round the corner. Good look. Finds Tobin. Will stroll in and kick. Oh! Just goal number 2 for that player in Shane Tobin, and the 18th goal for Bellpost.
Over the reigning premiers. Oh, how they would have wished this was the last day in September, but it isn't. It's only round 7. So the umpire throws the ball up. Sahanic will go out with Symes, but Symes once again wins a hit out and follows it up as well. Nick Nat-Nui-like, but the kick not too good and lands in the hands of Robertson now at centre half back. So Kyle Robinson will look for a target. He should be able to find one. Hickey was free, but he chose to ignore that and go for the contest. The 50-50 ball hasn't paid off because Jenkins has got the footy now on the left. He's going to look for Jovanovic in a 2-on-1 situation. Does pretty well. Knocks the ball forward, looking for a teammate, but the numbers do favour East Geelong at the moment. And one of them is Reece Cameron with the football. He kicks it forward, but Ververs can't get the kick away. And the ball will trickle over, so we'll have a throw in. 3.
So ball thrown back into play. Ruck work to be done by Sahanic and Symes. Symes over the top. O'Toole's there. Can't pick it up. Tries to go back and collect it. I think it's Jenkins over the top of the ball. No, it's not because he's further afield. And so again, umpire balls it up just forward of centre wing. Sahanic up with the leg out. He taps the ball down. Picked up by O'Toole. Goes back to Sponner. Sponner through the half-back line. Kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. Nicely weighted kick, and the mark has been taken to the centre of the ground by Robertson, who's now wearing number 28. Started in a different jumper there. So he's now has players wide if he wants to go there, but he's got himself out of the glue pot, kicks the ball in towards the half-forward line. Closter leading hard. Jenkins up in front. McNamara, the recovery, only as far as Sahanic. Tries to burst his way through. Tackled by Holzfine and a free kick to that player. So David Holzfine for Bellpost Hill has player far side of the ground. It's a good quick chip, but Sponner has intercepted that read and has punched the ball forward, but Overall's come through the other way and picked the ball up. I was going to say Overland then, but he's not travelling that quick, and the ball goes forward to the half-forward line, basically out. Hands in the back, says the umpire. Well, he was going to pay the mark, but the free kick goes towards Caleb Basely, forward of centre wing. Bellpost still now in attack.
So Caleb Basely now with the football in front of the club rooms. Sends the ball forward inside attacking 50. Looking for more than the back with the fly. Can't quite take the mark, but the ball has landed in the hands of a teammate, but it's been kicked through for a behind. So Chris Moreland been fantastic today. Almost took a hanger as well. That's all that's missing from his collection so far. But that takes Bellpost Hill now to 8.
So the ball's kicked into the back pocket, goes towards Hickey, and Hickey has taken the mark. So now looks to transfer play outside 50, goes towards Primke. Good target. Symes sitting behind. Good spoil from Symes. Knocks it down. O'Hara in the right spot. This time with a bit of pace. Try to get through the contest. Lewis intercepts. He's been pulled off the ball after he's released it. And the free kick goes back towards O'Hara.
So O'Hara just fixes the hair up before he gets the football. He'll go back at half back. Kicks to the wing. Trevor Fletcher now at the football on the wing, gives it to McNamara, can't take possession, but knocks it forward to Martin, who goes back now to Fletcher, who runs into a teammate there in Robbie Law, but still able to get the kick away. Foot race on now between Basely and Reece Cameron. Basely just shrugs him off, turns around, kicks it inside 50, looking for Jovanovic. He's got a number of opponents at the moment, but he still keeps going, Jovanovic. He's been superb today. I think he might be the best player on the ground today, Cal. He gives it off now to Tobin, who sends it to the hot spot, and the mark has been taken. So Balpo's still just playing the percentages today to an absolute tee now. And going back to have a shot will be Jamie Pyle from about 20 metres out. Not much of an angle to speak of. Weather sort of just starting to clear up and a bit of sun's come out, Dale. So always good to see. It usually gets cold at this time of the game. So Pyle comes in and makes an absolute meal of it. So
I was actually going to mark him down for a goal then, but I thought I'd better not. And we've probably gone just 7 minutes in this final quarter. So again, not much action. Holtzfine chips in an interception, goes back inside, went looking for Lewis, didn't take the mark, recovers, kicks towards goal. Unfortunately, has too much carry and too much players we used to a bit of cover.
Go long a link.
Plays long, goes outside looking for Primke. In front, Saharnik doesn't take the mark. Primke goes back and recovers, picks the ball up. Symes should have tackled, but he's fended off. Primke does well, kicks round the corner, goes towards centre wing. Ververs, nice little tap on. Unfortunately, didn't hit the target, but he's up off the ground, picks it up.
Well done.
Handball goes back to Spiner, now looking for runners. Goes back to Saharnik. Can't take clean position. He's done the blind turn. He's actually blind turn.
They don't know which way they're going.
He's done a Mark Blake there, and he's kicked the ball in towards the half-forward line. Good front spot by Kloster. He's taken the mark. He's been a winning player for the day. He's kicked the ball in quickly. Nice-looking kick, and the mark has been taken there by McFarlane. Centre half forward for the East Geelong side.
Probably the best bit of play for the game from East Geelong there. Ververs, he's been pretty good for the young fella today. Clever little footballer. He got it off in Saharnik with the blind turn there. Gave it off to Kloster, who took a strong mark and kicked it to, as you said, McFarlane.
Nice kick of the football, usually.
So in he comes now. Not this time, Dale.
And you wrap him up and he does the wrong thing by you.
So he's missed, which takes Smith's Holden and Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard.
So we had Brent Gerke doing the kicking out for Balpost Hill. He'd be very happy with his results today for the team. Ball kicks in, goes towards the back line. Barton can't take the mark. Saharnik arrives. Spoil comes down to O'Leary. Kicks the ball short, and the mark's not been paid there to Law. So it goes back, kicks smothered. O'Leary picks the ball up, chips it back to Law. I don't know whether they're playing swaps there, but they seem to be ending up with the ball. Saharnik picks the ball up, kicks long, wide.
Kicked the cover off it.
And he has, and it's gone out of the boundary line on the full. Chip goes in short. Langsworth presents up and has the ball still in the back pocket. Has Greg back in the goal square. That's the direction he goes in. Takes the mark in front of Coy. Has options straight down the ground, and Robbie Law by himself in space and plenty of time. Turns around, changes direction, comes out wide. Will find Jenkins just backward of centre wing. Players lead back inside, but the next target's going to be hard to hit. Lewis is making ground for him. Fantella's run to that spot. Been called a play on now. Kicks around the corner. Lewis up, takes the mark. He's been good today. Sean Lewis continuing on his form from last week. Has Fantella wide, but he goes in short. Symes, so they're just playing possession football at the moment. Wide kick comes out. This time Lima. Handball goes out further to Kafka. On the overlap now from centre wing. Kicks back in towards centre half forward. Barton's there. Kicks over the top. Kicked off the heels of Robinson to Saharnik to Kloster, who's pushed himself back. Now with Coy, needs support, and there it is, Robinson. He's even dropping balls now. That's how badly they're going. Players come in, Balpost Hill hold the ball up, and
10 minutes in this final quarter. Umpire throws it back up. No one can get a decisive hit out, and Spiner wraps up Law as the pack forms. Saharnik, Barton and Symes will go out in the ruck, so Symes knocks it forward. Free kick's been spotted though. And it'll go the way of East Geelong. So Coy moves it on quickly. Looks for Ververs and finds him. He's got Jennings on. That's where he goes. So Jennings got to do something with the football now. Just sends it forward up the back. Mark should have been taken there, but it wasn't. And Gergich will rush it through for a behind. So the ball's brought back into play now. Gergich takes the mark from the kick in. Looks for and finds McNamara. Still inside defensive 50. He's got the coach to his side if he wants to go back there. Elects not to. And finds Tobin at centre half back. Players are rushing forward for him. He moves it on. Risky looking kick. But it's paid off. It's landed in the hands of a teammate there in Law. Who gives it off now to Fantella. Adrian Fantella will send it forward. Looking for Pyle, who takes a strong mark. Plays on quickly and gives it off to Moreland, who goes a right foot snap. And has kicked. his 4th goal of the day.
And everyone thought this was going to be an easy round. The ball back in the middle of the ground. Tate picks the ball up. Good tap out to go O'Toole. O'Toole goes to Coy, and Coy now through the middle of the ground. Goes forward quickly. Goes looking for O'Leary. Oh, gee, wasn't much in that, Rob Cavger. I agree, mate. And right on his distance here. So Sean O'Leary from right on 50 will kick from 55. Loads up, goes towards goal. Got good carry, good distance and accuracy. And that will be his second. So ball back in the middle of the ground. Tate has the ball. Tapped down this time by Barton. This time O'Toole, though, kicks the ball off the ground. Law coming from the back of the square. Picks the ball up. Goes to Lima to Fantella. Steps back inside to Lewis. Now he's under pressure.
Ball.
Good tackle there from Tate. Ball comes out in the tackle. Advantage paid for the East Geelong side. And it picked up by Spiner, goes forward, looking for O'Leary again out in front of Kavka. And again, O'Leary has the ball, plays on quickly, goes back towards the goal square. Good mark overall. Going back with the fly of the ball, just couldn't get to Josh Coy in time. And he now transfers play, goes out wide. Mark taken by Fletcher, like his game off half back today. Kicks further afield, Fantella has the mark. Again, just backward of their centre wing. Players up the further up the ground. Barton should be the target. Not looking that way. Goes backwards. Finds Fletcher again. Looking to switch play. Chips back inside and overall there by himself. So possession game being played a little bit by Bell Post Hill. Just waiting for the options to open up and they keep doing that. Ball goes in short. Tobin takes the mark. Centre half back position for Bell Post Hill. Looking for the ball to be kicked wide, and it is goes wide. This time to Kavka, who's pushed up. But again, no ground has been gained. Kicked wide. Now they're forward. Gergic's up on centre wing. He takes the mark. So they've had about 12 kicks. They've gone about 20 yards forward. This time another nice kick. Again, in the hands of Barton. He's looking to load up and go long. That's what he does. In towards the player there in Baseley. He goes back. Ball gets to the back of the contest. Picked up by Primke. Handballs over the top. Vetter just taps the ball away. Goes towards the boundary line. Coy leads in the race for the ball. The boundary line's going to win out.
50 for Bell Post Hill. Toss back into play. Tate and Soms will go at it once again. No one can get a decisive hit out, but it lands in the hands of Chris Hickey, who kicks on his left boot. Mark dropped by Jennings, but Spiner bursting through the middle now, has a bounce. Can probably have another one if he wants, but elects not to. Kicks to centre half forward, looking for a teammate, can't find him. They're all falling over here, but Spiner chases up his own kick. Handball's partly smothered by Overall. But can't quite get it away. Gergis is in there with Sahanic. East Geelong still trying to attack through Coy and Spiner. They can't quite get it away, and now Bell Post Hill will have their chance. So the ball now in the hands of Tobin, who has a mountain of time. Kicks it off, finds Robbie Law. On a true centre wing position, plays on, takes on Sahanic, and he's dragged over. 45 in the last quarter. We've gone about 16 minutes.
So ball thrown back to play. Tate dooches in, knocks the ball forward, picked up there from Bell Post Hill by Law. Drops the ball down. I think the ball actually went...
been serviceable. Urge his next game anyway.
Again with Tate, goes down to O'Toole and picked up there now by Hickey. Hickey swings around, crosses the ground, goes looking for Coy, and that's Josh.
Well done.
He takes the mark out in front of Fletcher. So Coy now plays on quickly. Target's going to be Closter. He's good lead, good strong hands out in front. Turns around quickly, has options short if he wants. So Leary and Hickey also both leading to the same spot. Again, they both come. I think they're looking for the big fella back in the goal square. He changes direction, goes straight across the ground. Will find Spiner. Kick wasn't good. Sponner's going to have to work for it. Able to trap the ball, which is well done. It was his 1-on-3. Handballs over to McFarlane. Now the numbers are going to win out because Bell Post Hill are there with them. Langsworth goes out wide to Lewis. Lewis goes back to Overall. Overall steps around Spiner. Kicks the ball towards centre wing. The mark's been taken by Moreland in space. Can play on now. Transfers play back in towards Martin. Arriving is Primke over the shoulder. Good umpiring, or a chop of the arm, he said. So the free kick goes towards Martin of Bell Post Hill. So Martin just forward of centre. Chips the ball out wide. Mark's been taken, picked up there by Langsworth. Kick goes further afield. Hole's fine. Free kick further afield there. Primke a little bit late on the tackle or the smother. So now the ball chipped in. Goes looking for Baseley, and Baseley's taken a mark. They kick one here in the second quarter.
He did. It was a harder one than this, actually, Dale. He was
so he'll
outside
go
50.
back, and I'd imagine he'll have a line up for his third goal. So Caleb Baseley, very good game again today. Seems to be moving well. So Caleb Baseley from, he's actually gone back to as far as the middle of the new pavilion there. Will kick from only about 45. As I said, has done this already once today. Let's see if he can have that same result. So he walks in now. Crosses over 50. Kicks from 45. He stabbed at this ball. It's going to land in the field of play. Lachlan up over the top. Knocks the ball down. Goes towards the boundary line, the pocket. Picked up there by Hulls Fine. Steps around Vetter. Kicks back inside. Now, he had a choice of 3 players there. Steve Pyle was one of the recipients. Had Lewis beside him. He's got a smile on his face. And Shane Tobin says, I could have been there as well. So I'm not too sure what happened there to these Geelong boys, but Bell Post still look like they're playing with about 3 extra people on the ground. Now, Stephen Pyle missed one from here about 5 minutes ago. Sorry, yeah, he did. Stephen's his old man, I think. Yeah. So Jamie Pyle is going to line up. Similar position. Kicks on goal. I'll tell you what, he's pulled the shank again, has he? And he's missed it again. So 3 behinds to...
He's been fantastic for Bell Post Hill. So Lachlan moves it on. Kicks it outside 50. Coming to the football is Primke, who takes a strong mark. Barton, don't know what he was doing. I think he must have thought it. Primke sends it forward. And a strong mark has been taken.
By Closter.
Ryan Closter. Done this on numerous occasions today.
He's been good.
Taken some strong marks, so he can go back and have a shot at goal.
A week off hasn't hurt him.
Well, he would have had 3 weeks off, I think, since he didn't play since the first quarter of the Werribee game. So he's had a little bit of a break. And as we said, he's been good today. He's kicked 2 goals, so a chance to kick his 3rd. He's probably going to kick from about 45 metres out. Not much of an angle. He comes in now. Kick looks good off the boot. But he's just missed to the right. So that takes East Geelong in goals 10. 124. We would have gone... I think we've gone 26 minutes in this final quarter.
The ball's been kicked out there by Griggy. It's a nice kick. Finds Lima. A half-back line. Goes further afield. Their field kicking's been excellent today. Finds Barton. Has Lewis back inside, but he hasn't looked that way as yet. So the man-up situation's happened now. He's going to look like he's going to go back and long and wide, but he goes short. Finds Kavka. So we've run definitely gone from this game. Barton back in the same spot. Takes the mark. So Timmy Barton needs to... work his way through this process because all he looks up is players standing still at the present time. Lead comes in. I think it was McNamara, but he goes longer. O'Hara chips in. Picked up there by Law. He's tackled, brought to ground. Umpire will need to see the ball come out. Is he going to call? About to restart the play.
So umpire throws it up on centre wing. Barton gets the knockout. But it landing as far as Sponner, who wheels around on that left boot. As Cal said, been good in this last quarter. Closter meets it on the half volley. Wheels around onto his left. But Gergich should get this one, and does. Mark's uncontested. He's just been raking in the Supercoach points in this last quarter.
That's right.
Kicks it into the middle of the ground, looking for Barton. Meeting him will be O'Hara. He makes the spoil, but not a decisive one. And a pack forms in the middle of the ground, and we'll have yet another bounce. So we've gone 27 minutes in this final quarter. As we said, Bell Post Hill in absolute control. 129 plays 45. Umpire throws it back up. Tobin emerges with the football, gives it off to Lewis, who handballs off to Langsworth. Langsworth now, risky looking kick. Once again, Sponner intercepts it, so he's been a shining light in this last quarter for East Geelong. Moves the ball on quickly, looking for Closter again. Another one of those players who's been impressive. Takes the mark at half forward. Looks to move things quickly. Hickey's there, but he chooses to ignore him and go further afield. O'Leary meets the football. Free kick has been spotted by the umpire. He's going the way of East Geelong.
Josh Coy.
And Josh Coy will go back and have a shot from about 30. So in comes Coy now. Cal's having sooks because he's got money on East to win the flag. So Coy probably just makes the distance. And it's all clear. So Josh Coy's kicked his first goal of the day.
Patch during this last quarter.
You could hear a pin drop out here at the moment, couldn't you?
Yeah, look, there's unfortunately, I suppose, the players in the same boat when the game's like it is. I suppose they've just got to keep working at it to get some... Bit of play out of it. The ball's tapped down there and goes back towards Hickey, who kicks the ball quickly into the half-forward line. McFarlane smothers the ball, but it's picked up by Gergic. Goes back to Fletcher. So I said, I think he's been good from that half-back position today. Goes out wide. Sponner would have paid the mark to Sponner, but he picks it up in the half-volley. Great half-volley. Handballs to Coy. Back to Sponner. There's a free kick being given. And it's going against, I'm not too sure, McNamara possibly, for an infringement on Josh Coy. So Josh Coy will take the resulting free kick just outside 50. Plays on, goes in towards the centre half forward position and longer. O'Loughlin over the top, but Sahanic's up and he takes the mark. Uncontested, and will go back and shoot for his first goal of the afternoon. So with some junk time goals now. East Geelong on 8-10, 19-10 to Bell Post Hill. Sahanic from directly in front. Loads up, kicks long. Umpire says it's going to be a goal. And it's hit.
No. So the ball back in the middle of the ground now. Thrown up by the umpire. Tate and Barton in the ruck. Hickey emerges with the football, but Lewis steals it off him. Tackled by a number of East Geelong players. The chase now on Coy came from overall. Actually, Robbie Law, rather, and the free kick has been paid. Confusion in the middle of the ground as Braden Sponner, one way or the other, goes in and kicks a goal. Is it Lockie Sponner?
That's Lockie.
So Lachlan Sponner.
And Bell Post Hill have played with 17 men for a large part of that too. So, yes, bit of work to be done by East Geelong on the ball. Again, pushed forward by East Geelong, and this time the tackle was made in the middle by Tate. Run of play, it goes to Lachlan. To Lachlan. He handballs back, so they've got to get it out of the mud. Now it's with Bowman. Comes out wider to O'Hara. They're under pressure. Some good pressure there from Bell Post Hill. So they're working hard right to the very end. Ball kicked into the half-forward line. McFarlane in front. Ball from overall behind. McFarlane goes back and collects it. Picked up there, and the handball's good. Barton comes free. Kicks back into the centre glue pot. Tate goes across. He can't take the mark. Picked up there by Thomas to Lachlan towards Coy. And now Coy steadies himself, goes out wide, asks his brother to come at him. Good trap by his brother and Josh. Probably a little bit high. The boundary umpire should have played that free kick because he was in better position than the Spencer one. And umpire says it's been tied.
Throws it up. Sahanic can't quite win the hit out. Lands in the hands now of Langsworth for Bell Post Hill. Moves into the middle of the ground. Holzfine takes the mark. They're away here, Bell Post Hill. They might get another one before the siren is done. Holzfine with the footy. Kicks it looking for Fursland. Mark not taken. Cameron coming from behind. But they get another chance. Holzfine once again, who has been good today. Looks for Moreland. Can't quite take the mark. O'Hara will merge with the football at half-back and will kick to the middle of the ground. Hickey going back with the flight. Takes a strong mark with Tim Barton coming flying at him. Quickly gives it off to Sponner as the siren goes. And we see Bell Post Hill have a convincing victory, 19-10-124. They've defeated the reigning premiers who finished up the day 11-10. Is that correct, 11-10?
I got 10-10.
10, well, 10-10-70. So a comprehensive...